So, little disclaimer for today's video. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. On this channel, I am simply a sweet uniquity, which basically is a person who follows the platform of a fondant foundation with buttercream dreams. So, we are accepting applications to my party, so feel free to check on that later. But anyway, after talking with my producer at length about what to do next for the video, we felt that it was, one of those things that maybe we should just go ahead and get this election over with, because after all this pandemic stuff, I just don't know that we can handle a lot more political stuff for the next few months. So we're just going to decide today. So you have a chance to be the voter. We only have about 50 people that are subscribed, and I love each and every one of you to my channel. And so each of your votes will truly count. So we are going to determine the outcome of this election via Cupcake Toppers. So we are going to use a few different techniques, I think, for this video. We're going to see how it goes. But we're going to do a transfer method, and we're going to be doing some painting and maybe some freehand, which is concerning. And I have a feeling that we may have a guest candidate. So we definitely, as of last night or yesterday sometime, we have in the left corner, we have Joe Biden, because Mr. Bernie, he dropped out. On the right corner of the ring, we're going to have the Donald, and we'll see if we might have a guest candidate. So we'll see if he can show up. So anyway, let's get started on today's video. So for today's toppers, we are going to be using a transfer method, and I do have a copy cake, which a copy cake is basically a projector that's used in cookie and cake design to transfer a picture onto your medium. Now, they are expensive and they're bulky, and so sometimes you just don't want to, haul all that junk out. And sometimes you don't have one to haul out. So I thought it would be great to show you how to do a transfer. I did use the copy cake in a previous video, and I think that logo topper turned out so awesome. So make sure you check out that video. I will make sure to link that down below. So for today's video, we're going to do something I'm just calling the transfer method. I don't really know what you call it, but that's what I'm calling it. And I find the picture or the design that I want to transfer onto the topper online, and then I shrink it down so that it fits onto my topper. So, so we're looking at a couple inch and a half or so. So I found this little logo for Joe. I thought it would be simple. You really want basic, simple lines, because, well, at least I do, because I'm not great at painting on toppers. It's not my forte. I don't really enjoy it. I'm doing this for you, America. So, or even non-America. I know I have a few people that follow me out of the country, right? Emily, hi Emily, we miss you. So what we're gonna do is take this, and once you have taken your fondant and you've added your Tylose or CMC powder, so add that to your fondant, you work it in, you roll it out, you cut it into the shape you want, which I chose a circle. Who's surprised there? And then from there, then let it cure for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then you take your design, and so while the fondant is still kind of soft, place your design on and then just trace around the letters so that you have the impression left on the topper. And then you're gonna wanna let it cure, overnight, so that it's really sturdy. It's hard to see this, but the Joe stuff for you on camera, but when I originally thought we were first gonna have to see, because we didn't know if Joe or Bernie was gonna be the candidate, I was gonna do both Joe and Bernie. And this is the design I chose for Bernie. And you can see the imprint. You can see his glasses and his hair there. So that's what we're going for, is just an outline so that you have something to trace and to follow along. Unless you're really fantastic and can freehand everything. So that's how we're gonna get started. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set up for painting. Again, not my forte, but I'm gonna do this for you guys. And then after that, we're gonna work on our the Donald toppers. And he definitely has some distinct features about him. So what I was thinking is we would do kind of an impression of Donald Trump on his topper. And so it'll be a little different. And then we have maybe a guest candidate, which I so hope he shows up because he is so fantastic and he will bring some life to this whole ordeal. So we are gonna just have to wait and see if he is able to join us later. I'm just using some dilution solution today to thin down my paints so that they're easy to paint with. And then I just use my little, traced image that I used as a transfer to give me my guide and my lines, and I'm just painting the first topper. I generally use gel food coloring for the majority of my projects, and if you just use regular gel, you will need to thin that down with either vodka or something like dilution solution. I also have airbrush paints, and those are already thin enough, so I do use those a lot of times as well. I realize it seems like an eternity that it took me to just paint the J and the O, but it's sometimes better to go slow than to mess it up a few times, so sorry about that. So on to Donald. I originally had planned on making a kind of fun impression of him, just kind of an illusion with kind of an orange colored face and some crazy blonde colored hair, and it just looked so terrible. So I went back to the drawing board and decided to do a simple freehand of the Republican symbol of the elephant. So I did that, and I think it turned out cute. Here I'm just finishing up the elephant so that we can get on to the next candidate and see if he is able to join us for today. He's highly controversial, so we shall see what you guys think. I have some fantastic news. We do have a third candidate today. I am so excited to offer this one up as an option. So for today's election, and please just keep in mind, I want your vote. It does not matter if you are American. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter even if you're dead, because as Americans, generally, from what I understand, it doesn't really matter. We don't care. You can even vote twice because we like that. That's how our political system is set up. So feel free to vote as many times as you want to, but leave your comment down below and I will definitely count your vote, and then I will tally those up, and I will report those results very soon. But just so you know who today's candidates are, in the ring today, on the left we have Mr. Joe Biden. On the right we have the Donald, and swinging's a wrong word, so we're gonna try again. Let's see. Okay, coming straight may also be a challenging word for this candidate. Coming direct to us from the Fort Worth Prisoner Medical Center, Mr. Joe Exotic. We love him as Americans, and so now you have a third choice. So I cannot wait to find out who you all choose. Let's just take a look at everybody's topper. So up front we have Joe Exotic. I did a little play on his love for tigers. We have Joe Biden on the left, and we have Donald Trump on the right. So leave a comment down below. Let me know whose topper you are voting for so that I can tally those up and let you know who in Sweet Uniquity Land is going to win the presidential election for 2020. I'm so glad you joined me today. I had a lot of fun just being silly, but I do hope that you come back for my next video, and a great way for you to do that is to subscribe. So feel free to subscribe. It costs nothing. And also like this video, and please, you better be commenting because I need to know your vote. But the next video I'm doing is an extension of Joe Exotic. So we're going to be doing all Joe Exotic themed cupcake toppers. So you won't want to miss that one for sure. So anyway, God bless America. Have a sweet and unique day, and we'll see you on the next video.